to the challenged couple. We're going on a little drive right now. Say hi, Davey.
Hey everyone, we're going on a little drive right now on our little dating challenge couple. What? That's not what this channel's all about. All nice and sweet and cute. Although, Jenny's a dirty, rotten traitor, and she has a wonderful announcement to make. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not that much of a
Got you
traitor.
all set up. That's your sign, sweet pea. All you.
Well, I think that the new announcement that came out yesterday about the Dodge SRT Daytona Banshee, the electric vehicle that Dodge will be putting out, I think it looks pretty cool. Dun dun dun.
Dirty, rotten traitor.
I think it looks really cool. I mean, you know, it's like they were saying during that big announcement. Obviously, everybody is trying to go electric. You know, we all have our thoughts about that. I do think that although the idea of an electric vehicle is cool and all, especially with gas prices being ridiculously high, I did notice that there was really
Hear that sound? Yeah. The sound of disappointment.
I did notice that there was a lack of real emphasis on the specs of the upcoming EV, such as what the range is going to be, how long it takes to charge it. And Dave and I did one time look into an EV vehicle when we were looking for a new one to buy for me, and it just really didn't make sense with how few and far between these EV charging stations were, and then the amount of range that you get on it. We do quite a bit of long distance driving, and some of the drives that we make on a regular basis, it just seems like we would be really stretching the battery life of an electric vehicle, and I don't really know that it's going to be much different with this Dodge. So although it's a cool idea, I don't really know about the practicality of it. But I do think that it looks really cool. I like what they've done with the body, with the styling. At first I was like, why does it only have 2 doors if it's a Charger? But I guess this is, you know, an homage back to the original Chargers back in the early 70s when they only had 2 doors. I think it has a very, very cool sporting look. I love this type of look of vehicles. I know Dave makes fun of me all the time for the fact that I really like Mustangs. And this...
Not all the time.
And this Banshee has that same look that I like about them, with the nice sleek lines. If we take a look at the front of it, it has this really sleek looking hood. Kind of has a nice like rounded top to it. And they were talking about there's actually this patented air scoop that's under a Dodge patent where it sucks the air up in the front, kind of like where the grill would be, and it goes up over the hood to make it more aerodynamic, which I think that has a really cool look about it. It's got the little emblem that looks very futuristic. The whole thing definitely has a very futuristic feel to it. Dave said it looks like it's a Tron vehicle. I could definitely agree with that. All of the LED lights everywhere, the cool bars. It was very neat when you saw it driving out at the expo with all the fog coming up around it and then the LED red lights. It did look like Tron. It was very cool. The tires are pretty meaty, according to Dave. What'd you say they are? Like
325s.
325.
325s. A reference, ours are 275.
Oh wow, so they are much more meaty.
Yeah.
That's
really would have loved that all-wheel drive, Dodge.
And I do
Looking
think
at
that
you.
the wheels have a cool look. The pattern on the inside of the wheel, that's definitely something that I've seen on a lot of other Dodge wheels when we've looked at some wheel patterns when we were going to swap out the wheels on our Scat Pack. That kind of like honeycomb look is a common one on Dodge wheels, so they definitely have that going on. I mean, the Banshee logo, it's cool, it's whatever. It looks like it's a very fast moving screaming Banshee face, which I guess, what else would you expect from a Banshee? Especially one on a car that I'm assuming is going to be able to go really fast. That was another thing that they didn't talk about at the expo. He was definitely vague about how fast it would go. So, you know, take that for what you will. But it'll probably be pretty fast. I do think something that was pretty cool was the fact that they seemed to really listen to what the Dodge community had to say, that their complaints were about electric vehicles, and they took that into consideration for the styling in this vehicle. You know, people, what they like about their Chargers and their Challengers and their V8 engines is, ooh, there goes my lip gloss, is the feel. You know, you have the feel of it shifting gears. You have the roar and the purr and the hum of the engine. What's up?
Nothing. Just bringing more torch.
Oh, okay. And, you know, Dodge took all of that into consideration with creating their electric vehicle, which I think is really cool. You know, they were making an electric vehicle for a community that really likes their product for a certain feeling, and they're trying to bring that in to kind of the new age and kind of like just get on the bandwagon when they can. And I did think everything the guy at the expo was saying was very, what's the word I'm looking for, was very showed a lot of awareness of kind of some of the complaints that people in the Dodge community have about electric vehicles, but then also brought the reality of the situation. And this is kind of like where our future product is going. Other things that I think looked really cool about this prototype is the fact that it has carbon fiber all over the place. I like the look of carbon fiber, so I think that's really cool. Our original Challenger that we had, it was a RT?
We had a 2010 Challenger RT, yes. I don't remember it having any carbon fiber whatsoever.
I remember it having carbon fiber on the inside, on the dash and stuff.
Nope.
No?
Nope. All cheap plastic.
Oh, well, I mean, it was like carbon fiber inspired.
Might have been like a sticker or something.
Yeah, I thought it was carbon fiber inspired. I mean, this is obviously going to be real carbon fiber. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Oh yeah, the inside. So the inside looks awesome. Well, yeah, it looks awesome. There's some things I don't like, but for the most part, it looks pretty awesome. I don't know why they have to have the giant screen in all of the electric vehicles. That's like the new cool thing, is let's just put a giant tablet. And I don't know, it's no different. Dodge did it too. They put a giant desktop monitor size tablet on the dashboard. I mean, it looks fine, I guess.
No, it doesn't. It looks like they stuck a giant tablet so you can continue to always stare at a tablet or an iPhone or some kind of like new smartphone in front of your face. One thing I like about these cars is I can take a break from just having to stare at a phone or a computer screen. I can just like tap it into it. Like, I don't know, it's just another tablet slapped on a dashboard instead of something cool. Now, I do think they have a smaller tablet, like in front or behind the steering wheel, which Jenny, there should be a picture on there for you to look at. And that has at least some changes in gauges. Like the Tesla, if I remember correctly, only had like a giant tablet right here. I'm just not on that. This doesn't interest me.
It looks like there's a lot of buttons on the inside. There's buttons all over the steering wheel. The steering wheel definitely looks cool. It looks like our steering wheel in the Hellcat. It's got that kind of flat bottom to it. It's got some LED lights on it that light up where it says SRT. And then you have a bunch of other touchscreen type buttons. And then, like Dave was saying, you have another kind of like looking tablet where the gauges would be on the dashboard. You have a lot of ambient lighting on the inside, a lot of red lighting. It's actually kind of cool. So in the in the middle console area, they have it kind of hollowed out at the bottom, and they have some ambient.
Paid for life.
They have some ambient lighting down at the bottom, which looks pretty cool. And then the inside of the door panels has this really cool 3-dimensional graphic that just, the whole thing just screams future. Now, I'm sure that this prototype that they're showing is definitely like the top of the line trim. And so they probably won't all be quite this fancy on the inside with all of the lights and the graphics, but maybe they will be. Maybe that's just going to be the new future.
Expected Q to come out and be like, Flynn! Am I still the perfect system? Perfect system. Yeah? Tron.
My arm, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the seats. The seats kind of look
Those look horribly uncomfortable.
They make me think of like a really rigid gaming chair or something. I don't know. I don't really like them. They look like they have a lot of hard plastic. I don't really have anything else to say about that. I was kind of surprised that the inside of it is actually kind of sport utility-esque in that you can lay down the back seats just to have a big open back.
Yeah, they seem really, 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 really concerned about competing with utility vehicles.
Right.
It's like,
I didn't know that was the biggest concern.
Only 1 out of 4 vehicles sold are cars. The other 3/4 are utility vehicles now are like, utility vehicles are sold 4 times more, whatever. Whatever way they said it, they're like, oh, basically everybody wants a utility vehicle. It's like, nobody's driving a freaking Challenger or a Charger for practicality. And I would almost argue, no one drives a Tesla for practicality. Like, come on, man. Unless you're like stupid rich, a techie, got that money just being dumped on you because it's like basically printed out of thin air from tech companies. Nobody's driving these things for utility. They're driving it because either they want a virtue signal as Tesla drivers, or they're like, well, it's super fast, or this car because it's fun. It sounds, it feels cool, it looks cool, it is cool.
So another thing that I thought was cool on the inside was all of the windows. So they have a giant glass ceiling, which is really cool. I always love having.
Yes, Jenny was like,
I always like having sunroofs.
We got this. Jenny was like, "Is there a sunroof?"
We had a sunroof on the Scat Pack.
Had past tense.
It was fun.
Past tense.
And I had a convertible at one point.
You did.
It was wonderful. So, anyways, all in all, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. If in the future our only options are electric vehicles, I think this one at least looks pretty cool. It looks way better than Mustang's Abomination.
Yeah, that's not a Mustang.
Yeah.
That's a soccer mom Mustang.
Yeah, I was just
I want to
so.
kids. I'm cool. I've got a Mustang. It's like
Ford. Why would you do that?
Actually,
Like,
I don't
why
know,
would
maybe
you?
that's an insult towards soccer moms.
It's like, why would you slap this Mustang logo all over this hatchback? Like, oh, it is the most ugly thing
A lot of dedication to bring your kids to a soccer game.
ever. So I think that for an electric vehicle, the Banshee looks pretty dang cool. I would drive it, but I think it's going to be like $100,000. So that's about all I have to say about that. You have anything else to add?
I already said everything.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you next time on the Challenge Couple. Bye!